السلام عليكم.
Hi.
Hey, I haven't seen you in a long time.
Yeah, we haven't seen each other since long. I guess since
May
the
12th.
baptization, since you have baptized your grandson.
It was May 12th. It was the 12th of May. That's when we last spoke.
I have a little problem. Just let me check here. Yeah, I can hear you well now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you look well. Thank you for calling me again. Nice to have you here.
It's always nice to meet you and talk to you, Mr. Roland.
Thank you so much, Islam. Nice. Thank you very much. So are you in Kuwait or are you back in Egypt?
Right now I'm in Kuwait. I was in Egypt last, let's say, 2 months from now.
What were you visiting relatives, visiting family?
I have been there.
Good. You got to do. You must do that.
Yeah, it's a must.
You must. That's right. And so everything else is well in your life.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think so. I think so. Yes.
Everybody thinks so.
Yes. Good. And so, what is on your mind today? What would you like to do? Anything in particular?
Actually, what I wanted to do, I did already. I have recorded for phrasal verbs, and right now I'm working on making the video editing in the editor right now. I guess in 2 hours from now, my 30 minutes will be vanished, and to Cambly to make use of them before going away.
I see. I get. Oh, I think that's. Yeah, you've got to do that. You just can't. So what do? Give Roland a call. Call Roland.
Always when I go on Cambly and see you online, just seeing your name online keeps me happy. I don't know why, but because I feel happy talking to you. You are a good man. I have
that is
I do wonderful conversations with you, and this is the third one.
That is such a wonderful thing to say. I thank you so much.
I remember once you have asked me, why me again? You called me. What makes me different? And you balance between giving me the stick, the mic to talk, and you talk. So it's give and take, which is nice.
Well, I must to be involved in self-criticism, to be self-critical. I think sometimes I must say I talk too much.
Not with me.
No, I think I'm guilty with other students who are not as conversant, who are not as well spoken.
What's conversant?
Conversant, be able to converse, be able to have a conversation. Conversant. That would be an adjective. I'm describing you. You are conversant. In other words, you are comfortable having a conversation with an English speaker or any other speaker of any other language.
What do you do with a new learner that can't go on with you in the conversation, that he doesn't have vocabulary to help him build a conversation? What do you do?
Well, sometimes a student might come here who really doesn't belong here because when you come to Cambly, you have to have some knowledge of English, some basic knowledge of English. And I think, and as you in your profile here, you've identified yourself as advanced. I think that's an accurate description. And so people who are intermediate or advanced and English is a second language, they can still improve their language skills. And mostly what you are going to learn is vocabulary. Just like we said, conversant. You asked me what that was. That was.
I watch the video again and I write it down and I try to say it, memorize it.
So vocabulary for someone who speaks English at your level, hearing vocabulary used by native English speakers is going to be the biggest benefit for you. We say the biggest bang for the buck. The biggest bang for the buck. The buck being $1, the buck being $1, and
the biggest bang of the buck.
I'll write it. The biggest. Let me put the cursor in the right box.
Biggest bang of the buck. Wow.
Now
it's like an idiom expression.
It's an idiom. Yes.
Bang, not bang.
The biggest bang for the buck.
Bang for the buck. Oh.
So
buck is like $1,000.
No.
Oh,
a buck is $1. A buck is
$1.
Yeah, $1 is a buck. $100 bucks. That's $100. Hey, Roland, how much does that cost? $10. $10. The
one that you have written right now, BUCK,
is $1.
Buck.
One.
It's one.
Yeah.
$10.
$10 is $10. $100 is $100, and so on. But that's not the important thing. The important thing is when I say the biggest bang for the buck, what it means is getting the most for your money. Getting the most for your money. The biggest bang for the buck.
I'm using it well.
That's what it means. I'm getting the most from my money. Okay, so yeah. The biggest bang for the buck. I've used that principle. I have used that principle saying, where can I spend my money and get the most for it, for me to use? That's what it means. The biggest bang for the buck. The biggest bang for the buck.
Bang.
Yeah.
Big bang.
You want the biggest bang.
Yeah. Okay, let's go back to the stories or tell me about, let's say, memories or moments that you'll still remember suffering with some learners on Cambly that doesn't have the full, let's say, the full power to maintain or working with you on go side by side.
I have to do a lot of talking, and I have to try to ask questions, and if they're very basic, I will just do hello, and then hopefully then they repeat, and then my name is Roland. What is your name? I mean, and try to drag it out of them. But many of those folks, many of those folks are 5-minute trial subscription students.
Yeah.
So they get a free 5 minutes. And so they come and they're beginners and they're interested, or they're not interested, but we can play for 5 minutes.
Yeah, I know. I know this.
And so that is, look, this is not hard work, but you must, if you try to engage the best you can. And sometimes it's not as easy as it is when I'm able to speak with someone who's conversant, who knows how the English language works, how to form a sentence, how to ask who, what, when, where, and why, and so forth.
Yeah. So tell me, Roland, when you decided to go on Cambly, working with Cambly, have you put in consideration that you must know grammar rules, that you have to study all idioms, phrasal verbs just if someone asks you about specific information or knowledge in the science of the language, you know?
I will confess, I do not know. I don't know the terms for all the different past tenses, conditional past tense. This I can look it up. I can say, listen, I'll talk to you the next time. I'll give you the information. What I try to tell people, because the Turks, the Japanese, the Chinese, the Brazilians, they all learn English in school. And you know what they do? You know what they learn? They learn grammar. They learn reading. They learn how to write. But they never speak the language. And
the same over here in the Arab world.
Yeah. Saudis the same. I get a lot of Saudis.
You know, in my classes, I focus on the spoken part more than the written and reading part. You know, that's
right.
The product of my what gives you the sign that I'm a good teacher. If you saw my students writing and listen to them speaking, now I have an evidence. He is a good teacher. He can teach his students to speak well.
I don't. So, I mean, people will ask me, you know, what about, you know, what's your style? And I'll tell them, I'll be honest with you. If you want to learn grammar and you want to know all the charts and all the rules, you know what? I don't mind. Find someone else. There's plenty of English teachers here, English teachers who can tell you all those things, give you all the names.
Let me tell you this. I have tried several tutors in Cambly. Of course, I didn't get a chance to talk to all of them.
Right.
But what I got from, maybe I have met about maybe 20, maybe 25 between all of this. And I found out that most of tutors in Cambly, with most respectful, doesn't have the basic requirements as a tutor to help a learner who want specific definitions, all things that related to the science of teaching the language itself.
Right.
But they are just natives. They just have the language itself that they can provide you and break the ice between you and the language. This is the ultimate, this is a good goal. But for me, let's say, when I tried to sign up for Cambly, I tried to find tutors who can teach me the language from the academic
standpoint
way. But I was shocked about this. But still, I have plan B and plan C. Thank God, I do this all the time. If I didn't find my goal there, I could find. I just can bang my
biggest bang for the buck.
Yeah, I can just get the biggest bang of the buck. You know, I still can benefit from it. I always have about 3 plans or 4 plans about the thing I'm doing. So if I didn't get my goal from the first one, I can get from the second or third.
Right.
I didn't get the chance, or I didn't meet yet a tutor that can teach you the language as a professional way for me, as an academic way, you know, telling me rules. You have to pay attention to this rule. This is come with that, and you can say this in this way. You can teach this grammar rule with your students in this way or in that manner, you know. But most tutors on Cambly have the capability or have the ability to speak with you in a fluent way and can teach you to talk well in a accuracy and fluently way, which is amazing. I love this. Which, well, I guess most of
I think that's good to hear. I mean, I think that's mission accomplished as far as Cambly. That's what they want.
Actually, Cambly did it well. It's high five, high thumb for him. Yeah.
Thumbs up, high five.
High five, thumbs up.
Thumbs up, high five.
thumbs up, high five.
Yeah.
Thumbs up for Cambly for doing this. He is doing it in a perfect way. Actually, I will try Cambly this year. For a year, I have signed up for a year. I guess maybe next year I go for EF English. I try them for a year too.
Yeah.
And then I go for italki for a year.
Right.
I'm just going to check how all these organizations or these system frameworks work or do. Maybe in the future, I do my business too online. You know?
Right.
I'm getting ideas of how those people work and those do their work. So I can get ideas from all of these and do my business too. Why not?
No, I think you're researching is what you're doing.
Learning and
you're doing
benefits
at the same time.
Yeah. Actually, we are living. As long as you are living, you can learn anything.
Sure, without a doubt. And so, yeah. So everything is good. I mean, I took a 20-hour course online from Cambridge University, how to teach IELTS.
Wow.
But I don't advertise it. No. It's not in my profile because I wouldn't be comfortable talking about it to a student or teaching it or claiming that I was teaching it unless I did it in person in a classroom first. Then I would feel better about telling someone online about IELTS. But IELTS, I had heard about it when I first started doing Cambly in February. And I took the course to learn what IELTS was, to learn about the structure of the test and the questions and the different portions of the test. And so, but I feel competent enough. Cambly is not conducive to the writing portion of the test IELTS. It's not conducive. The listening portion, yes. The speaking portion, yes. That I think I could do, but the reading, the writing, that's something else. That's the student has to. Somebody preparing for IELTS has to be able to prepare a different way, not here at Cambly or even italki or for any of the other.
Yeah, Cambly is not ready for them.
No,
because you have to practice on many things. I have taught some people for passing test before, but it was about 7 years ago. 6 years ago, stuff like that. Before coming. Actually, time has passed, Mr. Roland, and I have to go. I still know I have 17 minutes, but I have to go now because I have a time.
Absolutely.
My 30 minutes will be renewing tomorrow or after 2 hours from now. Of course, I will catch you soon, maybe tomorrow, after tomorrow.
So, should I send you a link to my schedule? Or you just want
to? Actually, I don't have time to. Okay. I don't like to be commitment to.
Okay, yeah, I get it because outside of my reservations, I am not predictable when I might be visible.
Online. Don't worry, I will get.
Hey, buddy, nice to see you again. Thank you for the kind words. And
it's Roland. Have a nice time.
We'll talk again.
As usual, can I upload this episode on YouTube?
Sure.
Thanks.
السلامة.
السلامة. Have a nice time. Assalamu alaikum.